Dear students, welcome to the Department of Electronics. My name is Gayatri. I am going to teach you electronics. Okay, before going to know what is electronics, we'll just go through the first PUC electronics syllabus. In first PUC electronics syllabus, we have total of 9 chapters. That first one is Introduction to Electronics, where we are going to introduce the electronic development, applications of electronics and so on, and then that carries 3 marks. The next chapter is Principles of Electricity, Network Theorems and AC Principles. The part of this you have already studied in your SSLC classes. That carries 19 marks. And the next chapter is Measuring Instruments, which carries 3 marks. In this chapter, we are going to study some of the electronic measuring instruments which are used in different fields. And the fourth chapter is Passive Electronic Components, which covers resistors, capacitors and inductors and some concepts of transducers, which are mainly used in almost all electronic circuits, which carries 19 marks. And the fifth chapter is Application of DC and AC to passive components. In that, we will study alternating current and direct current concepts, how they work when they apply to passive components. That carries 13 marks. The sixth chapter is Semiconductors, Diodes and Applications of Diodes, which is very interesting topic and very important too from the point of examination as well as from the point of electronics advancement, which carries off 23 marks. And the next one is Bipolar Junction Transistor, which is a continuation of semiconductor, which is a very important device in the field of electronics, which in brief we will study it in first PUC, and further about BJT you are going to study in second PUC, which carries 6 marks. Up to this you have studied digital analog and electronics. In electronics there are 2 branches again, analog and digital electronics. The 8th chapter is of about digital electronics. Digital electronics, analog signal, digital signal. Analog signal is nothing but continuously varying signal what we are observing in our real-time environment. Digital means which takes discrete values, that you are going to study in detail in the Introduction to Digital Electronics chapter, which is very interesting and which carries 16 marks. After that, the last chapter is about practical electronic components which you are going to use while constructing the electronic circuits in your laboratory, and that carries 3 marks. Total of 105 marks questions will be asked in the final examination, out of which you need to answer 70 marks. Okay, the question paper will be set for 70 marks. Other 35 marks questions will be extra questions. You will be having choices. This is the syllabus for first PUC electronics, and this is very less compared to your physics, chemistry and mathematics. So this is the main advantage of taking electronics in first PUC. Okay. Next is, now we have entered into the first PUC ECME branch, where E stands for electronics. Electronics may be a new subject for you, but it will be very interesting. See, first we know that what is electronics. Electronics is derived from electron mechanics, that is the study of motion of electrons in gas, vacuum or in semiconductor devices. These motion of electrons constitutes signals, electrical signals, which are represented by voltage, current and frequency, that you will study in further classes. The definition of electronics says that the field of science and engineering which deals with electron devices and their utilization. So what is an electron? Electron is a subatomic particle, lightweight particle which was invented by scientist J.J. Thomson in 1897. See, we are living in the field of information technology. So electronics is a basic foundation for the information technology that we are living presently. So electronics may be new for you people. Electronics subject may be new for you people, but electronics instruments are not new for you people, because everybody in today's life are dealing with or having electronic instruments with them. See, tell me one thing, if a person going out of the home, he will carry at least one electronic gadget with him. See, ನೀವು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ devices are very familiar to everybody in today's life. See, for example, TV, computer, your internet and your mobile phone, these are all very familiar devices that is there in everybody's home. Earlier you used to find landline phone or one mobile phone at home. Nowadays in one house there will be how many persons? Each one will be having at least one mobile phone. For example, you people might have got new mobile phones for the online classes. See, you cannot find any person without a mobile phone these days. Not only mobile phones, electronics has been invaded in everybody's life, in our offices or in our homes. Wherever you see, you can find electronic gadgets. For example, I have told you TV, computer, internet and whatever mobile phone. In the same way, you can find electronic wristwatches, digital wristwatches you can find. Nowadays, they are smart enough and they are called as smart watches. Each and every person who is stepping out of the home carrying a mobile phone. If he is working in a software company or somewhere in an office, then he has to carry a laptop. If he is traveling, then he will carry headphones. Nowadays, Bluetooth headphones are available. And PDAs are nothing but personal diaries, personal digital assistant, that is personal diaries. And there are so many things you are carrying in your day-to-day life. For example, nowadays in this corona season, they are using thermal scanners. You might have observed that will record the temperature of the particular person. So that is also an electronic instrument. So electronic has been penetrated in almost all the sectors of the life. See, in electronics, everybody, each and every person know how to use these electronic devices, but an electronics engineer will be knowing how to design this, what is there inside this, how the circuits are there in the electronic device. So electronics is spread over the world like anything. In medical field, in defense field, in industrial field, in household, everywhere electronics is penetrated. So an electronics engineer gets an opportunity, job opportunities, so many in almost all the sectors, to maintain, for the maintenance, for the designing, for the operation of electronic instruments. Everywhere it has been come into picture. So electronics is a must and should. It's a basic requirement these days. Earlier days, what used to tell, ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಬದುಕಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಓದ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಜೀವನನ ನಡೆಸ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ nowadays he is to read, write and he should be knowing arithmetic. And one more thing I will add, that he should know electronics. Read, write, arithmetic, along with these three, the person should also know how to use electronic devices. For example, you people have completed your SSLC examination and got the results. Congratulations for that. And then after that, some people might have got less marks. They'll put a evaluation. How you are used to put earlier days is to post a letter from your colleges. Earlier students used to post a letter from your colleges. Nowadays, online application for evaluation. Online application in the sense, at the instant you can put through the computer internet or using a mobile phone. You have entered into the Tungal College. First you fill the application form. How did you fill? You filled using your mobile phone. That is because of internet. That means it's a magic. If you go a few decades back, that means 20 years ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನೀವು, ಲೈಫ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಫ್ ವಾಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಟು ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರೀತಿದ್ರು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತಿನ್ನೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೋ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವತ್ತು ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತೊಗೋತಿದ್ರು. ನವೇಡೇಸ್ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸನ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗನೋ ಮಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ದುಡ್ಡು ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲೇ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೋಮ್ and you have got admission to the college which is located in Jamkhandi. These are all communication. These are all advancement in communication. Ishtella ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಯಿತು? Because of advancement in electronics. So electronics should be taught as a separate subject. Now electronics has not remained as a applied science. It has become a basic science, because in every schools they should teach electronics as a separate subject like physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. How they teach electronics should be taught in every schools as a separate subject. So now we'll look into the electronic concepts. Earlier, electronics was a branch of physics and electrical engineering. Later on, the tremendous advancement in electronics. Electronics ಮುಂದುವರಿತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ it has got its rightful place. That electronics has been arrived as a separate branch, electronics and communication, and so many sub branches of electronics have been arrived. Those are computer science engineering, communication engineering, control and instrumentation engineering and information technology. These are the branches you can find in many universities. After completing your PUC, you will get a chance to study any of these branches along with the electronics. These are all have arrived from the advancement of electronics. Next, how electronics, history of electronics. We'll look back into the how electronics has been penetrated in our day life like this. How earlier, how was the electronics, and now what has it become? Development in electronics. That is, earlier in electronics, electronics got its origin in 1904 when the vacuum tube devices were introduced. Vacuum tube devices, vacuum in the sense in Kannada meaning if you want to nirvata anta karitivi. Vacuum tube devices in 1904 J. Fleming invented the vacuum tube diode. Vacuum tube diode was used in AC to DC conversion, and actual electronics came into picture in 1906 when vacuum tube triode was invented by Lee D. Wallace. Vacuum tubes were something look like this, used to contain contracted space is created. Inside that filaments, electrodes are present. When the electrode got heated up, the electrons used to generate. So those electrons are attracted by the another electrode. This time electron movement in the vacuum used to take place, and by that the electronics circuits used to be constructed. So if there are 2 electrodes are present, vacuum tube diode it was. If there are 3 electrodes, vacuum tube triodes. Later on in 1925 on, vacuum tube tetrodes and penodes are invented. In earlier, when vacuum tube triode came into picture, actually radio communication came into picture. What do you mean by radio communication? Radio communication in the sense wireless communication, radio broadcasting, sending the signals for long distances. For example, you are listening to my online classes. How it is possible? This is because of radio communication, because we are sending the signals for long distances using. See, for example, if you want to send, ನೀವು ಯಾರನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಕರಿಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಬೇಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೋದರು, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕರೆದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಹೋದರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ವೇವ್ಸ್ನ ಈ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಏರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದರ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಶಕ್ತಿನ, ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್ಸ್. ದೋಸ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್ಸ್ are constructed using vacuum tube triode in earlier days. After that, semiconductor devices are invented. In vacuum tube, in earlier TV monitors and computer monitors, you might have seen the dome shaped structures will be there for TV and computer monitors. Those were used to construct using vacuum tubes. Nowadays, TV monitors and computer monitors are, you can see, flattened LCD and LED displays. That is because of the invention of semiconductors. What is a semiconductor? Semiconductor devices. Semiconductors came into picture. They are invented in around 1940s. Once the semiconductor devices invented, these vacuum tube devices were no more in the picture. That means once the semiconductors ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅರೆವಾಹಕಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Conductors you might have know, conductors and insulators. Conductors in the sense ವಾಹಕಗಳು, ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಹಕಗಳು. ಇವೆರಡು ನಡುವಿನ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅವು ಸೆಮಿಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಅರೆವಾಹಕಗಳು. These semiconductors, once the semiconductors invented, they found that in vacuum tube devices, the electron movement used to take place in a vacuum, evacuated space. Whereas in semiconductor devices, the electron movement is within the material, the semiconductor material, the semiconductor substance itself. So, in that only one solid, the electron movement is going to take place. See, for vacuum tubes, you have to create a evacuated surface, and electrodes gets heated up. So, which is bulky as well as used to consume more power. But semiconductor devices, once they are invented, they found the advantages of semiconductor devices, that they are more reliable, low power consumption. Advantages of semiconductor devices over vacuum tube devices: low power consumption and less space, and more reliable compared to vacuum tube devices. So once the invention of semiconductors have happened, these almost all the electronic circuit, almost all the electronic devices which were using vacuum tubes are replaced by these semiconductor devices. That some of the semiconductor devices, there are 2-terminal and 3-terminal devices. Some of the 2-terminal semiconductor devices are diodes, LED, P diode, photodiode, Schottky diode, Zener diode, and tunnel layout. These you are going to study in your first PUC electronics in the semiconductors chapter. Next, some three-terminal semiconductor devices which were invented. BJT, the bijunction transistor, which was invented in 1948 by the scientists Bardeen, Brattain and Shockley, which was a most important invention in the field of electronics, not only in semiconductor, in the field of electronics. Because of transistors, because of BJTs, we are here now. Because ಯಾವತ್ತಾದರೂ ನೀವು ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನಿಂದ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಆಡ್ತೀರಾ, ವೀಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರದವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ from anywhere. If you are driving, if you are in a class, if you are in the office, if you are at home, anywhere you can talk to your friends or your relatives, or you can even listening to online classes. That is because of these mobile phone. This ನೀವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. Millions of these transistors are present. That to know all those things, you have to enter into electronics field. You have to learn electronics. You have to see what is there inside these electronic devices. These electronic devices are like magic. ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಹಳೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಜ್ಜ ಅಜ್ಜಿರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಗು ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 2 ವರ್ಷ 3 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ನ, ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್, ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಟೋರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟೆವರ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್, ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗೋಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ semiconductors. Next there are some power devices will come in electronics. Power devices works in high voltage and high current applications. The first power device was SCR, silicon controlled rectifier, which was invented in 1956, which was used to control high voltage DC transmission lines. And next was invented IGBT, insulated gate bipolar transistor, used for DC to DC converters. And these some of power devices also used in AC to AC voltage controller, AC to DC rectifiers, DC to DC choppers, and DC to AC inverters. Inverters that you people have, some of them will be having at their homes. ನಾವೀಗ ಪವರ್ ಕಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಣ್ಣವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಓದಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪವರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಓಕೆ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಪು, ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಲೈಟು, ಚಿಮಣಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೀಪನು ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ನವೇಡೇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಂದದ್ದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ದೀಸ್ ಪವರ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಪವರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ that you are going to study in second PUC electronics. Next is very important concept, that is integrated circuits. Integration means joining together. So integrated circuits in the sense was invented by the scientist Jack Kilby in 1951. IC is nothing but building an entire electronic circuit on a single semiconductor chip. You might have seen this kind of devices. If you open your computer CPU, you can find a motherboard over there, or any electronic circuits. For example, your old chargers. The old chargers ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಆಟಿಕೆ ಸಾಮಾನು, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟಾಯ್ಸ್, ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಜಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟಿಕೆ ಸಾಮಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಆಟಿಕೆ ಸಾಮಾನು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಚಿಪ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ICs. Integrated circuits. Integrated circuits in the sense, whatever I have told you, diodes, transistors, they can be placed, hundreds, thousands, billions of transistors can be placed in a micrometer diameter of size. So ICs will come under microelectronics. they made it two transistors are connected in a single chip. Later on, fewer transistors, fewer components they have taken and they made it constructed on a single chip. Depending on how many components are placed on a single chip, the integrated circuits are referred as. 1951, they took some discrete fewer transistors and placed on a single chip and constructed a IC. In 1960, small scale integration has come into picture. Somewhere around 100 components are placed on a single chip. In 1966, medium scale integration has come into picture. Somewhere around 100 to 1000 components are placed. In 1969, LSI, that is large scale integration, 1000 to 10,000 components. 1975, VLSI technology has come into picture. That is very large scale integration, around 10,000 to 10 to the power of 6. 1 mega transistors, 1 mega components are placed. In 1990, ultra large scale integration has come into picture, and in 2001, there are GSI gain scale integration, in which you have more than 10 to the power of 7 components on a single micrometer length of a diameter. You can see 10 to the power of 7 components. That is because of the advancement in the field of microelectronics. So, if you open older mobiles, you can find these ICs. See, electronics instruments ಇಂದ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಡುಗನಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಟಿಕೆ ಸಾಮಾನು ತಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಬಿಚ್ಚಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಿಮಗೂ ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಬಿಚ್ಚಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಎನಿ ಓಲ್ಡರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಏನದ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ. ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಎಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ICs you can find some digital ICs and analog ICs. In digital ICs, TTL, transistor logic, ECL, emitter coupled logic, these and all you are going to study in further studies of electronics. Mass technology, you might have seen memory chips. Memory card ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, these memory chips. ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಮೆಮೊರಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. ಏನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ, ನೀವು ಏನು ಡೇಟಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಹಾಡು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಆ ಹಾಡನ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾರಿನೊಳಗಿಂದ ಸ್ಟೀರಿಯೋಗೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರೆ ಹಾಡು ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಕಾರ್ ತನಕ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಚಿಪ್. ದಟ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಚಿಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ memory chips, for example RAMs, ROMs, PROMs and EPROMs. Because of this microelectronics, because of ICs, you can have this RAM. What is meant by RAM? Random access memory, read-only memories, programmable read-only memories, erasable programmable read-only memories. See, RAM, ROM, you might have heard. Mobile ತಗೋಬೇಕಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದು ತಗೋಪ್ಪ, ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಚಲೋ ಅದ, ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ 3 GB RAM, 32 GB ROM. What and all? Those are all memories. These memory concepts that you are going to study in the electronics, in the further classes. Next, we have analog ICs. In analog IC, op-amp. Op-amp is a remote operational amplifier which can perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and also even differentiation, integration, logarithmic, etc. on a signals. These op-amps are used in analog to digital converters, digital to analog converters and filters. What are these? These are all electronic devices, electronic circuits that you are going to implement in each and every communication. Analog to digital and digital to analog converters are there in any communication equipment, if you can see. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಎದಪ್ಪ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ we are teaching introduction to electronics. What and all there are in electronics. What and all you are going to study in further electronics. How the electronics field has been developed. So this will be asked for, whatever I have told up to this will be asked for 1 mark or 2 marks question in the final examination. Next, microprocessor and microcontroller came into picture, which are of course digital ICs. Microprocessor in the sense CPU on a single chip. Computer CPU. ಅದು CPU is ದೊಡ್ಡದಿರ್ತದೆ. motherboard ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿರಿ. So in that you can find in your computer CPU you can find microprocessor. The first microprocessor, 4-bit microprocessor, that is introduced by Intel company in 1970s. After that, microcontroller has came into picture, that is in 1971, first microcontroller which was invented by Gary Booth and Michael Kosha. And then moving forward from the microelectronics, there are nanoelectronics come into picture, which there are so many inventions are going on these days in the nanoelectronics field. Use of nanotechnology and electronic components. These in microelectronics, the transistor size have reduced to micrometer of length. In your nanoelectronics, these transistor size have been reduced to nanometer speed. Okay, these are all the development in electronics we have studied up to this. From the examination point of view, these you should remember abbreviations and these inventions, who invented, which equipment, that and all you should remember for the knowledge purpose, and in examination there will be 1 or 2 marks questions will be asked. Maximum 1 mark questions will be asked on this concepts. And electronics, after listening to all these things, you might feel this is all very strange. ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. PUC 10th ಇಂದ PUC ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಹೊಸದೇ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಹೊಸದನ್ನೇ ಕಲೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಗೈಸ್ ದಟ್ electronics is a very easy subject in the PUC electronics compared to PCM. So we can spend more time in discussing on electronic concepts in the class. And let me stop here. I will send you the I will send you the PDF of textbook, first PUC electronics textbook. Please go through that, and in the exercise you can find 1 marks and 2 marks questions. Please go through the questions. Try if you can answer for those. Thank you.